Black History here today with Sarah and I partying in the Blue Army Museum. Next month, the Green Chamber of Commerce, March is Women's Month, I believe, Women's History Month. And so next month, our theme is going to be Women in Green, or Women in Green Technology. So for all of you that are thinking about coming back next month, that's going to be our theme. And we'll have some, our speakers will be women that have something to do with green energy, green technology, things of that nature. We'll get you more information about that in the next couple of weeks. So now I'd like to introduce one of our board members of the Las Vegas Green Chamber of Commerce, Matt Engel. Matt is the president of the UNLV Alumni Association. He's an associate with Creighton and Pike Insurance, and he's going to give a few words, and he'll be bringing up our guest speaker today. Matt.
All right. Hey, you know what? It comes with the territory being only 5'6", I guess. There we go. Quite an honor. So, yeah, thank you for being here with us today. This is really cool. So, I am a new Green Chamber member, and newly put on the board here as a Board of Trustee member. And I'd like to, welcome you to our Green Chamber Luncheon here today. And just kind of curious, if this is your first time to a Green Chamber, wow, okay. Well, thank you for being here with us today, and just a really quick comment here about why I joined and kind of why I got involved, and we're going to get to Oscar as soon as we can. It's exciting to have him here with us. Personally, as a 34-year resident, there's no way I'm going to top that 69-year. But as a 34-year resident, this is home for me and my family, and I'm passionate about my community, and I'm passionate about the green movement that we're kind of going through here. I'm really into the alternative fuel systems. I'm into energy efficiencies. I'm the president of the UNLV Alumni Association, so education is a big part of my life. I like to learn and be a constant student, and I also want to be able to share with our community what's going on out there with green-friendly type environment. So that's, so I chose this particular chamber to be a part of because those things are important to me. I wanted to be able to network with like-minded people that are into that. I'm a big fan of the staff that the Green Chamber has. Stanton Wilkerson, the executive director. I don't know, many of you might have seen him downstairs when you checked in. The locally homegrown Green Chamber here, and I love being the local Las Vegas Green Chamber of Commerce. Based here with Stanton, really has a passion for what's going on here too. So welcome for those of you that are here for your first time. I hope it's not your last. And now I'd like to bring up our guest here today. And I don't really need much of a bio on him. Everybody knows Oscar, and for me, Oscar, while you're still here, I wanted to personally thank you for having so much to do with revitalizing our downtown. So you did a great thing here.
Well, I'm not 5'6". I got to tell you how impressed I am, and really how happy I am that so many people are here today who are interested in the sustainability of our community. I think it's extraordinary, and I'm absolutely delighted, and it's my privilege to be able to share some remarks about what the city is heading for and where we've been and how we're getting there. And I have Tom Pergo with us. I call Tom our green man. Basically, I didn't know what he did at City Hall for years because he really didn't do much. And I kept on saying, what does Pergo do? And nobody had an answer. And then one day, he expressed some interest in going green. So I figured that we have a full-time employee who's responsible for the direction that the city's going in order to attain the stability and the sustainability that the cities have to have. And Tom has done a phenomenal job. He basically started the green chips concept here, where we are retrofitting homes and retrofitting social agency buildings and saving an awful lot of power as a result of doing that. And he's been able to engage the private sector, which has been terrific, with Harris and MGM being our partners, and all of the municipal entities are involved, and there's a real thrust to make sure that we're doing exactly what all you folks want to do as far as making our community the kind of place that we want to live in and where we want our children to grow up and our grandchildren to thrive. And he's been vitally important to the city of Las Vegas. And any questions that you might have after I get through some remarks, he'll be happy to answer them today. When I became the mayor, which is amazing, about 12 years ago, I really didn't even know where City Hall was. I didn't read any books on how to be a mayor. I sort of came in and said to myself, you know, this downtown, where I had practiced law for 35 years preceding that, looked completely different to me, even though I had the same pair of eyeglasses on, the day I was elected and headed down to City Hall, than it did in all of those years walking back and forth to the courthouse, where I thought everything was in great shape and the city was in fine fare. And the day I was elected, I saw things that I had never seen before, even though I walked the same streets. I saw the first signs of blight. I saw businesses closing their doors. I saw wood instead of glass on doorways in the downtown. I saw that lawyers were moving out to the Hughes Center and up to Summerlin instead of remaining in the downtown in the legal core of the city. I saw banks moving out of the center of the city. And I saw a malaise, I saw a lethargy on the part of downtown Las Vegas, which frightened me. And the reason I was scared was I had seen what happened to inner cities throughout my law practice when I would go to a courtroom in Newark or down in San Diego and back in New York City or Omaha. I saw inner cities which did not have vitality, which were not thriving, really turn into seed. And I was afraid that that's what was going to happen here in Las Vegas. So I have actually donated all of my time, dedicated myself to trying to revitalize the downtown of Las Vegas over these 12 years. And as part of that revitalization, of course, is the greening of Las Vegas, which is so important to us because you have to have a combination of the two. You have to be able to create the energy, but you also have to have the wherewithal to sustain yourself for future generations, so that whatever you're able to develop will be there for them, and their quality of life will be enhanced as a result of what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. And there are three things I wanted to accomplish when I was the mayor. The first, in order to become a world-class city, I felt that you had to have academic medicine. And I reached out initially to the Cleveland Clinic because I felt that if we could buy academic medicine, it would be a very smart thing to do. We wouldn't have to wait years for it to develop, and we almost